Welcome to our live tonight, part 2 of this Bombay dresser. I'm Karen.
I'm Jamie.
We're with Quaint and Creative. It's our little business that we do, and we refurbish and home decor and furniture items and all sorts of things. Not just those two things, but we have a lot of fun. So we do a lot of refurbishing, some repurposing. Just depends on what we get a hold of. So. Part 1, we'll just kind of get started, wait for people to get on. If you were with us last time, then you know in part 1 we used quite a few different blues on this dresser, and we layered them and we blended them. And so I've got DIY paint is what I'm using, and it is a clay-based paint. It's got chalk in it. It's VOC free. It's wonderful. It sticks to everything. There's very little prep, if any,
Bryson.
that needs to be done. Hi, Bryson. Glad you're here with us. Hi, Mike. I'm so glad you guys came here to spend the evening with us. So I was just going over the blues that I used on this in the DIY paint. So we've got quite a few colors. I didn't really overblend on this first session because I knew, as we build, it'll blend in nicer. So I think we're going to get started, and I will talk as we're going along, and Jamie will visit with you and ask any questions, of course.
I'll give commentary, like always.
So I'm going to just spritz it. Oh, and just so you know, I have this little fancy stool that I'm sitting on tonight because my legs are just so tired after sitting on the floor, so I'm just getting too old for that. So hopefully this stool works, and if it slides out from under me and I fall, then I'm not going to be embarrassed because I don't get embarrassed, but you guys can just kind of laugh with me as I'm just spritzing our room. Look at those vibrant colors. Isn't that fun to see what the colors really look like? It's just so great.
Yeah, because it gets so chalky looking when it dries.
Yeah. So I'm going to go, I just have put some Bohemian blue in here. This is our darkest blue. It's got a touch of green in it. And then beadboard is a really nice white. In fact, I think I'm going to set the beadboard up here so that I don't dump it. I thought a little bit about this, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to just frame the piece in the dark blue and then put all white on the inside and these layers for the layers to show through, or if I kind of want to frame each drawer. But as I looked at it, I've got this routed edge. I've got this routed edge here. So this is already framing my top drawer. So I'm thinking, and then I've got the bottom routed edge. So I'm kind of feeling like I need to frame each drawer with the dark and then add the white in the middle. And then of course we've got these pretty curvy legs on the outside, and that's kind of our little frame on the outside. So I really think that it's going to work best if we kind of treat each drawer as its own little piece and we'll just see how it goes. And if we hate it, we can change it.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. So here we go.
As we know, yeah.
Yes. And this is already drying, so I need to
Spritz again.
Do you want to spritz for me? Thank you.
You're welcome. And also, you should mention, she took the knobs off.
Oh, yeah, because of this nice,
last time.
smooth, the curve on these drawers, the knobs were getting in my way. I was not able to get my blending looking nice. It was pretty splotchy underneath. So I took the knobs off. I threw a little bit of Bohemian blue on them with my palette knife just so we didn't have bare wood to start with on those little circles.
How's that?
That's great. And then to blend, it'll just make it easier for me to blend. And I'm not positive I want those wood knobs back on. I might want to put some glass knobs or something on this. We'll just have to see where it goes. So let's go on here with this Bohemian blue. Do you want to frame that side, Jane? Sure. Here. Well, that will speed up the process. Alrighty.
Just all along the
do
whole
the
thing.
leg and just, along the molded pieces, and then just a little bit up onto the drawers. Okay. Sorry, my back's to you.
Oh, crap. Are we doing this too?
No. But we will.
I just did.
No, that's okay. It's actually, the trim pieces are going to get it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to get some of the Bohemian blue over there. So.
I'm like, crap, I didn't even think about that.
Okay, so
this
you
side
can
is done.
Yeah, so you can see I'm not being overly careful still because we're still just building, not on our final blend yet.
Up on this too.
Yep, and then right over there, perfect. And you can throw some down on that bottom part. Okay, so I love this. Oh, this color's so pretty, you guys.
Down here.
Yeah, go ahead and just throw some down there. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that down and I'm gonna get my white. And let's see what we can do with this.
Ooh.
Okay, so you can see the white. Now it's
That's
gonna
a
look really
fun
bright to you, but as I blend it in,
It's gorgeous.
I
actually.
can still see the other layers coming through.
Oh yeah.
So if you were to put too much on, you know, you will lose your layers. But right now, this is just really what I want it to look like for right now.
Mhm. It looks really cool.
And I can always add in some of the other blues, again, if I want to. And we will go back in with our bohemian because you can see with putting the white on, I'm losing some of that dark framework, which is all right. Now this big drawer gives us a little more room to blend with, which is nice. I can leave a little bit more of the blue showing through. That top one got a little bit
green.
opaque. Yeah, it pulled in the blue a lot, but that's all right. Not a big deal. All right, so you can see how nicely that blends. And I'm not gonna really worry about if I hit every single spot, because if I've got like, I can see blue iris poking through right there. I can see a little bit of the blue. It's probably hard for you guys to see on camera, but I know it's there. I like it a lot. I think this top,
I think I can kind of see.
okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just let that down a little bit. See if we can't pull just a little bit of that back off. There we go.
Oh yeah, I see blue.
Yeah, I just need to grab it back. See
Just a
me
little bit.
tipping on this stool? You guys just wait. I'm gonna knock it right out from underneath me here. All right. Now I do have to go down onto my knees for this part, so that's all right. While this is wet, I think I'm gonna grab my blue again, my dark blue, just because it's nice and wet. And I'm gonna just softly pull it in a little bit.
Looks really cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull it in from the outside in, like so, and then I'm gonna grab, this is just a dry brush, and I'm just gonna drag it, because that will even out my brush strokes, will soften the colors where they touch each other. I think that just gives it a nice little blend there.
Looks
doing
great.
that.
Yeah,
Alright.
it totally makes it nice and feathered.
Yeah.
It's like so fun to just watch.
I know, it's mesmerizing.
It's like
isn't it?
relaxing.
I know, I can watch this
Well,
kind of
paint
stuff
just, like,
all the time.
Blends all together. It just
Yeah.
is so fun to watch.
So I was thinking about the words that we use when we redo our furniture. So some people call it repurposing and some people call it refurbishing. What we're doing on this dresser is actually refurbishing, because we are not repurposing it. We're going to still use it as a dresser. Whoever buys it, I assume will use it as a dresser. It was a dresser before, it'll be a dresser again. So we are taking a piece and we're changing it a little bit, but we're making it really nice and usable.
Mhm.
Now this piece in particular wasn't really in bad shape, but you could take, you know, a piece that's in really bad shape, you get this fresh coat of paint and you're making it just nice and new.
Mhm.
But we're not restoring. Restoring is taking something that's old and worn and used and making it how it was in the beginning.
Yeah.
Restoring it back to its beginning. That's not what we're
Oh, sorry, we had a phone call.
that was Stevie calling me.
Hurting me.
Yeah, just text her and let her know we're live right now. So when you're looking for furniture, if you're in the market trying to find furniture that has been refurbished, just know that it's not going to be brand new. You may find little issues with it. You may find, you know, the paint jobs. So there's no way I can get a paint job to be perfectly smooth on something that has been painted before. We just got a little bench, a little girl's bench, and it's absolutely darling. But it was white in the beginning, and somebody used some it literally was a Pepto-Bismol pink latex paint, and they painted it, And there were a lot of,
Hey, Stevie.
it's okay, Stevie. There were a lot of drips and
I just texted
marks
you.
and stuff on the legs and different places where the paint had dripped when they were repainting it. And so for me to take that piece and sand it clear down to a smooth finish, it just would not be worth the time. There would be no money in it. Nobody's going to want to pay me to do that. And so we paint over that, smooth it out the best we can, but there's still texture. You can still tell that it's a used piece of furniture, yet it's got a fresh new look on it, and it's going to be be It's so cute.
You guys are going to die.
We'll be posting it here in the next couple days. But I just kind of wanted to talk to you about that, because if people think they're coming in with a brand new, perfect piece of furniture, that's not what this is all about. We do make it beautiful. It's kind of art on our furniture pieces, and definitely usable. I mean, I wouldn't tell somebody that it's a perfect, dresser if it's not. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And if the drawers work, I'm going to tell them. If they don't, I'm going to tell them. So, whoops, wrong brush.
You're like, what's
What's
happening
going
here?
on? That was my dry brush. All right. I got to put some dark back.
It's like, what is happening?
Yeah, my,
We lost our dark.
well, I think I have a lot of white in my dry brush here. Okay, so you can see I can just keep going back and forth. And as we put the paint on, it reactivates the bottom layers.
Yeah, so it kind of pulls it up through, so you get like the lights coming in, mixing in with the darks and the white. It's really pretty. It's cool.
Okay, so this is
I hope they
looking-
can see. I hope it's translating.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
looking...
see, Bryson said that's looking awesome. I like the blended colors.
Oh, thank you.
It's fun, huh?
Thank you very much. So you can see, this would not look the same if we hadn't gone to all this work to get all of these blue undertones, because even though we can't really see them very well right now, they are making a difference, and they're going to peek through. We'll be able to see it a lot better when we varnish it. So would you spritz that for me?
I sure will. I'm the spritz girl.
Jamie's my water girl today.
This is kind of like a one-man job.
Yeah, this one is a
This one's a
smaller
one-man
piece.
job, yeah.
Our next piece we're going to do, you can tell them about our next piece.
Oh, so we're gonna do a dresser. It's like an old, what is it? Like
Probably a French
provincial. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a French provincial dresser. It has 9 drawers. It's really long and it's gonna be tall, but we're actually gonna do it in pastel colors. So it'll be totally different than this, and it's going in my daughter's room. So it's gonna be really fun. We'll
Yeah,
just
so
do a tutorial on that one and
Yeah,
show you how to blend pastels. And it's gonna be super cute. So it'll be fun to have something completely different. But yeah, that'll be our next, right?
Yep.
Our next live?
Our next
Our
one,
next,
yep.
whenever this one's finished, that'll be our next
We're
one.
hoping to finish this tonight.
Thanks, Stevie. She said it is super pretty. You make it look easy.
Oh, you're pretty, Stevie.
Stevie's gorgeous.
Stevie's going to Hawaii tomorrow.
kind of
lucky.
I wish I was going to Hawaii. guys.
Okay, so this is just turning out really kind of fun here.
I love this one a lot. It's
Yeah.
really cool. Can you guys see that? I hope they can. I guess I can look at my phone. Yeah, you can kind of see it.
Yeah, and I don't want like bright white to show up too much on here, because that's just not what we want with all this blue. But we definitely do want to start to build some of these lighter colors. Oh, look at that. Just blend that little one right in.
Yep. You saw it right as I did.
Okay, so that's looking pretty cool.
That looks awesome. And we'll take pictures and post them of like the close-ups, because in here you can see all of the light blue showing through that she had done before. And yeah, it looks really cool. It's probably hard to tell because when you're live, the video feed gets kind of fuzzy sometimes, but so you can't really see like the definition in this, but you'll be able to when we take pictures, because it is really awesome. That looks great, just like that. It does. It's kind of
Pretty,
You
huh?
can see all the blues.
Yeah, they look really nice. So I love these I love the dark blue on the legs, and I think we want to just do dark blue on the top.
The bohemian.
Yeah, the bohemian blue, because I just think it's a nice way to frame it in.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to have to add some on our ends, because they're just too bright to go with the rest of the piece. But they're not going to be blended on the ends. Our ends are going to be They're gonna be an accent to this front. So if you were to look at them right now, they don't go together at all because we don't have the bohemian blue on top of the ends. They are still the really bright colors. So we'll definitely blend all of that in to match this, but it's all going down, and I think we're gonna drip it. I think we're gonna put water on it and let it glaze with the bohemian blue.
Because we don't want to lose this.
No,
This is so
it's
cool.
really pretty.
Because if you remember last time, if you were here, we sprayed it with, or Karen sprayed it with a spray bottle with the paint in it, and it just like dripped. It was
The blue iris.
really cool. Yeah. So I feel like we need to do that because this effect over here is really cool.
Okay, so right now, I'm loving the way this is looking.
I'm loving this a lot.
But do we want to pull like a little bit of turquoise back into it, or what are you guys thinking? Do you think it just needs to stay in the blue and white with just a little bit of that stuff poking through?
Jen.
Hi, Jen. Arlene, hi. Welcome. We're so glad you're here.
You got paint on your nose. Right
Nice.
there. Oh, sorry.
That's
Did
okay.
you?
No, that's okay. I always have paint on me somewhere.
Yeah.
Always.
Just right on your nose.
Always.
I don't know. Do we want to put turquoise on it? What do you guys think? Which turquoise? Which color turquoise?
Well, I'm thinking some of the mermaid tail, the darker one. Let's just put a little bit on and see what it does.
You can always remove it.
Yeah. If we hate it, we'll take it off. But I'm feeling like
Oh, that's a good color.
with our ends the way they are, I'm feeling like we might need, this has this
Here.
little clogged end.
I'll get it.
Here's this. You can just dig it out with that. So this clay-based paint, it will dry on your, I use these FIFO bottles, the first in, first out bottles, and I just need a titch. A little bigger titch.
You said a titch!
I did. I will get clogged because it dries, but you just can dig it out with one of these tools or your fingernail or whatever.
I just dug it out with my finger.
And then the jars that it comes in, well, that's the only problem with this brand of paint is the jars just stick so much because that paint dries so hard.
Mm-hmm.
And then if air starts to get in there, it will start to form a film. I mean, it turns to clay. It's like
It's
you can
really
mold
cool.
it.
Yeah.
It is really cool, but I don't like to waste paint. So I use these FIFO bottles. I just buy them on Amazon, and it keeps my paint nice and fresh.
Yeah, and if you guys want, we can post a link or whatever.
Yes,
to
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
See
Oh,
how
yes.
pretty that is.
these. So pretty.
So this just kind of
I love it. That's gorgeous.
just makes it look so fun.
And it just brings back like some of the brightness
Mhm.
that we kind of
Yeah, it
covered.
does. And we don't need a ton of this. Whoops, there goes the stool. I almost lost it there. And at this point, because it's so wet as well, I've got to use quite a light touch. If I use too hard of a touch, I'm going to pull right through. So right now it's kind of just a soft touch. And that way I can blend it too a lot better.
Oh, I'm gonna share this.
Okay.
I forgot to share it to my page.
Oh yeah, this mermaid tail looks really nice with this. Just that little extra bit of color in here.
All right. Shared.
Going to show them our lamp that we finished.
Oh yes.
Okay, so just still, again, I'm just adding this in a few little spots, maybe just to catch a little interest, and it's going to look awesome when we varnish it and these colors show through.
Let's see. Jen said that is gorgeous. Oh, Erlene said that's beautiful.
Look
Love
how
the color.
delicious this mermaid tail is. It's just like,
It's such a pretty color.
I love it so much.
It's looking so pretty.
We're loving it.
It needed that.
It does, yeah. It was too boring.
Well, not boring because it has a lot of like interest to it, but it's like.
Well, the piece is interesting because of its beautiful shape already. But
yeah, and what you blended
but
is
look
cool.
how pretty.
Yeah, it
With
definitely
this showing
had the-
through. Yeah, I'm loving that. All right, so I'm gonna go back in, darken up my edges a little. And then I think I want to put some, oh, go ahead and show them.
Oh, it's okay. This is probably what they want to see.
Well, they'd like to see
Yeah.
our cute little table.
Okay.
I think it turned out so fun.
I just don't wanna,
And we
like,
showed
look
them
it.
we showed them that last week.
last
so
week.
I want him to see what 2
So
coats
this
does.
is what we finished this week. So this is 2 coats of, what did you put on this? Was it beadboard?
I used,
So this is our little lamp that we made, or we refinished, whatever.
oh
So
my goodness,
we
what color is
antiqued it with dark wax.
Yes.
Yeah, so we painted it with 2 coats of whatever paint color. I can't remember what she used.
It's
But
the one that they just changed the formula. Tarnished pearl.
Tarnished pearl.
Ah.
Okay, so it's tarnished pearl, and then we waxed it. Well, actually, you have to clear coat it with Big Top, and then we refinished it we antiqued it. Gosh, I can't speak. With the dark wax, and then you get the antiqued look. And then we just used a little Edison bulb, and she actually spray painted a hammered
black
spray
or whatever,
paint,
yeah.
black, with this. So it's super, super fun.
And we just
And actually, it's hard to get the whole thing in.
Yeah, we got a
It's so
ugly lampshade with
Yeah,
it.
she ripped off
It
all
was
of the
horrid.
fabric.
It was like red velvet, but it was the perfect shape to go with the
It
table.
matches the
So we
shape.
just ripped it off and made it a skeleton shade, which is very popular right now. And then with that Edison bulb in it, it is just darling.
It's so cute.
Yeah, they need to see it with the bulb on.
I know. You can't see the whole thing though in the.
Okay, so I've lost a little bit of my dark here, guys, on my edges because I'm like a blending maniac here.
I feel like you have to be though.
So you just, and that's what happens is you blend back and forth, and when you lose your edge, you just pull it back in. And then pretty soon it's like, okay, I'm getting to where I need to be. So just a quick spritz here will allow me to just soften this blend. You see what that water does?
It's crazy.
It just lets you pull it where you need it to go.
It like reactivates it instantly.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
Well, then you can pull it and soften it out because you don't want a hard line, or it's going to just look like you did a bad, edging job on it.
Mhm.
We want that color to just fade in and kind of disappear. You never want to see like the exact line of your blending. And one little tip for blending is you can put it on like your darkest spot, and I'm putting a little more pressure, but as you blend away from that darker spot, less and less pressure. You get it to the point where it's like if you have a sunburn and you're like putting aloe vera on and you're barely touching your skin, that's about the pressure that you want at the very end because it's just going to help it to fade much nicer. And we got to pull this a little.
Very nice. And we've got a little skip mark in there. Is it because it's dry?
Yeah, that was just because it's dry.
Yeah, so you can feel it when you're painting if it's getting dry because it starts to like catch almost and skip across the
It does
project.
catch. That's exactly what it does. It
And
drags.
then, it just drags and makes little skip marks. So
Okay, so this I'm liking a
I've
lot.
got some of that in there too. And
Get what?
Do you see that? You've got some of the speckles.
Oh, go ahead.
Do you want
Spritz
those
it.
or no?
Well, I don't know. Let's see what it's doing.
You see what I'm seeing?
Yeah, we'll just pull a little bit more of
There
this
you
out.
go. Now you got
Ooh, and look, I pulled some of that blue iris through there.
Ooh, there
So
you
as
go.
you're blending, oh, look at what I've done.
She pulled
And
through
there's
to the brown.
Yep.
Too wet. My
a
bad.
little bit too much water, but that's all right.
But you pulled some of that blue through, so happy
Yeah.
accident because that
It is, and you just keep going back and forth, and it doesn't need to be a total boxed frame. We don't want it just to look really dark blue on the edges and then all of a sudden, bam, light on the inside. Not on this piece anyway. So just let it be uneven. It doesn't need to be straight even. You want it to kind of go up and down, just to provide interest.
Your mom said looking good.
Hi, Mommy. Thanks, Mom.
That looks cool.
Yeah,
I love it. Yeah, and the frame is so fun. Like, because then these just pop.
And now this is a pretty dry brush, but I actually kind of want it to be a little bit dry right now to get a little of interest through here with this darker blue. That drawer's a little too wet. We've been playing with that one a lot. Alrighty. Not sure what, I think I need a little white.
Mm-hmm.
Boop, right there.
Just a little bit. Yep, that was what you needed.
Bryson, I want to hear that I'm sounding like Bob Ross. Because I said, a little white, boop. Boop. We're not doing that.
We'll just put a little tree right here.
A little white. Oh yeah, but see what that does when you just brighten that up a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
It just completely
Makes
shows
a
off all of
difference.
that pretty, the carvings down there.
That's so cool.
Okay, this next step is going to be really fun.
Should we get a little closer?
Yes.
Do you want us to get a little closer? What are you doing this next step?
I want to put the golden ticket on.
Oh,
I really want to put gold on it.
Okay.
I think it's going to look really cool.
okay, I'm gonna move you guys in so you guys can see. Sorry, we're going for a little bit of a ride. Oh, thank you, Carrie.
Alrighty.
Okay.
All those brushes.
Sorry, I'm trying not to move you like a ton because I don't want anybody getting sick. Okay.
Alrighty, so this is their golden ticket. You can see I have paint all over me.
Of course. Oh, other way.
There we go.
Okay.
So this is a liquid patina.
They can't
This
see us
is-
anymore, but that's okay.
This is, oh yeah, they don't have to look at us. This is really glittery and it's metallic, so it's just beautiful, but it's very transparent. You can build layers, but the fun thing about this is there's just so many applications. I put it on almost everything I paint. And so you can hear it.
It's a liquid.
Super liquidy. And what we're gonna do with this, I'm just gonna pour a little bit into my container, and you know, this is another Costco.
It's a Costco lid.
lid.
Costco food lid.
Okay. Why don't you hold that?
Yeah.
We might need some more.
Do you want me to?
You can put the lid on if you want to, but
I'm
we're
just
probably
gonna
going to need more. And then this tool I have is called a brayer. So we can use this for a lot of different applications. If you're rolling, I've got some stamps that I roll ink on too, so I'll use this brayer for that. It's hard. It's a rubber, hard rubber, flat, no texture roller. It almost feels like a eraser, like those pink erasers that we had in grade school. And so with this one, I'm going to just roll it into my paint here and get it on it. And this curved dresser, it's going to be kind of tricky, and we'll just see how it works. Like I said, it's a...
How much are you gonna put on?
I don't know. Let's see. We'll just see how it works on this curve. Just kind of work it around. It's so pretty, you guys. And it still just lets that blue show through. So gorgeous. Okay, let's see.
Did you get a little too close to the top?
Well, I need to pull the drawer out. So I put all the screws inside of it. Do we have a nail in here or something? Something that we can stick in these little holes. No, that's too big. I've got to have...
Let me go get one.
I swear we had a nail or something in here. Maybe not. If we can't, it's okay. I can just work around this.
I've got this guy. Will this fit? Probably not, huh?
No, he's too big. This is just teeny. Okay, so I'm just rolling this on, and you can see I'm picking up some of the blue, and that's okay. I'm not worried about that. I have a little towel down here that I can rub it on if I need to. I'm going to go both directions because I definitely don't want this to look like I tried to cover it with this. I want it to just be, oh yeah, that flower. Yay? Nay?
Nay.
No? Okay.
It's not gonna work.
When I closed these up, I took the hardware off, and I used the 2 screws and put it in the hole, made sure I could open those drawers again, but it's okay, Jane.
There was just no texture on
Yeah.
it. It just was sliding out.
Okay, so this is just looking really, really neat.
That looks so cool.
I hope you guys can see this, what it's doing.
Kind of. A little bit.
Well, and it's sheer. You
Yeah.
can see the blue through it, but like right here is a little bit of a thicker section.
You can see it.
So
where the
here
light-
again is the brayer. I'm just putting
Right
the
here.
liquid, so it's just like this. It's not drippy, but it's not dry. And then I'm just again going in both directions here. And this drawer curves in, so I have to kind of change it a little bit from this one curving out.
Okay, that looks so cool.
Isn't that pretty?
I hope you guys can see that.
And I'm gonna go over, I'm not trying to just do centers, I'm gonna have this go over. It's kind of like this gold was maybe underneath and it's just showing through. It's kind of worn off. And it's just kind of but when it dries, it's gonna be a little bit more translucent. And then when we put the varnish on, you're actually gonna see those shimmery parts. But it doesn't look like a piece of bad jewelry. It doesn't really, it's just soft and nice.
It's not super intense. Oh, Amber, you're so cute. She said, cute Karen with her apron.
Oh, you guys, I wear aprons all the time when I paint because I'm a mess. So this apron, you guys can't see it, but this is a perfect, I'm going to just show you this. This is a perfect description of being repurposed. This was an old grain sack. You can even see the stitching where they stitched up their grain sacks because these were so expensive in the grain yards, the granaries, they would reuse their bags. But Jamie Ray gets these from a secret source. She doesn't tell any of us so that nobody can go steal them. But she has a gal, she had her sew these into aprons and they're so cute. So this was repurposed. It used to be a grain sack and now it is an apron. That's repurposing.
So really we shouldn't be calling our stuff repurposed. Some of it is actually.
Yeah, some is. We do some. Yeah. So like if you take a shutter from from your outside, like a window shutter, and you turn it into a shelf in your house, that's repurposing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this just got a little bit heavy. So I'm just gonna kind of just break that up a little with my fingers. And don't be afraid of it.
Straight.
Yeah. You're gonna, this
Yeah, 'cause
drawer.
we definitely don't want it to be like.
Yeah, this drawer is concave, and so it's harder to get the brayer in there. If I had it pulled out, if I wouldn't have locked all the hardware in there, I'd be able to pull it out. Okay, so I don't know that I want a whole lot more than this.
Should we smear this? Because you got.
Yeah,
some
go ahead.
blocks.
Go ahead and smudge that.
Ooh, too much.
Jamie is getting down to the bare wood. Not quite.
Too much. Too much. Okay. Yeah, we've just got some columns. I just don't want.
Oh, I see. You know what?
Yeah, it's like-
I couldn't see it before. We'll just do that. Oh, look at me getting my grain sack all blue.
Oh, sad.
All right. I told this Jamie that I hoped that the other Jamie that has these made doesn't get mad at me for getting paint on it because it will be covered in paint. So I use my aprons to wipe my hands on. All right, so this is.
Oh, I hear little feet.
Do you?
I do hear little feet.
We have some little kids here. So I'm letting this kind of drip a little bit because I got a little bit heavy up there. So I like that.
Sorry, I'm not trying to like be in the camera. I'm wiping my hands.
I'm gonna wet this one just a little before I put this on here. There we go. Skipped it down just a little bit. I'm gonna get that up on here.
Oh, super cool.
Okay, I'm loving it.
It looks like a starry sky.
Yeah, it is. It's really like this is really adding a lot of character to this piece. So when we do these pieces like this, I mean, we can really make them be statement pieces in our homes. And this, I think, would look beautiful in an entryway,
Oh yeah, definitely.
in a family room as a little piece of furniture that you could put things on. You could have it in your bedroom. I have a Bombay in my bedroom that I did with milk paint, and it's gorgeous in there. Doesn't match my bedroom furniture by any means, but it looks really cool in my bedroom.
And these are serious like conversation starters because when people come into like my house, for instance, the pieces that I have that are really colorful that kind of look similar to this, everyone's always like, "Oh my gosh, where did you get that?" Like it's always just an eye catcher every time because they're just so unique. And that's what's so fun about this is you can make it totally you and how you want it to look, which that's the best part about repurposing your own furniture, I think, or refinishing your own furniture. Like we've got the blue showing through here.
Yep. So the water's helping now.
It's
As yeah, and it's okay that it's dripping. That's not a big deal. It can just drip all the way down. And when I do the dripping,
Thanks, Amber.
so when I let this happen, depends on the piece. If I want it to look drippy, I can just leave these lines here.
Like this.
And they add so much.
This is a good time to show this.
Oh, yes.
So this is one she painted a while ago.
It's a
this
little
is a little
stool.
stool that I'm sitting on. But she actually used a palette knife and put the paint up here and then sprayed it and it just dripped.
Well, and it goes in my mermaid bathroom. So it's, and I put some molds on. So we've got all of these cute little seashell molds. And so it's all drippy, like it's been down with Ariel in her grotto. Cool. You know how that is. And Katie Bug actually helped me paint
my
that
daughter,
piece.
Kate. Yeah.
So the drips are really fun.
Yes.
This piece, I'm not sure I want to leave quite this, but it looks okay.
I don't know.
But
I kind of feel like no.
Yeah, when it's doing that, you can just kind of water it a little bit more and just get those drips to finish off.
Because I feel like it takes away from
the blending.
The blending and the gold.
And so the gold too, you're going to see kind of this light color here. That's actually part of the patina. What's in this gold patina is the liquid part. When it's wet, it's a little bit on the white side, but it'll dry clear. So we won't have this, it won't look like this anymore. So I'm just going to kind of knock off those little drips a bit.
Yeah, and we're getting some of the really light blue
those
showing
nice
through.
blues are showing through.
So we've got like our nice frame, and now we have the gold patina, and now we have the lighter blue showing through. Okay, so
that lighter blue showing through is looking
it's actually really
cool.
And it ties in the sides, which I love.
And we need it to tie in the sides.
This is just looking so cool.
Yeah,
I hope you guys can see this.
I'm just going to...
Oh yeah, they can totally see what's happening.
So you see how I'm just letting that water
just
go down? Oh yes, it's very pretty in there.
It looks awesome.
The other thing too I want to tell you about when I do furniture like this, when I'm doing a furniture makeover, and I call it furniture art, I don't worry about the insides. I don't paint inside the drawers. I don't worry about underneath the dresser or the back of it. It's going to be against a wall, and I don't actually want this paint rubbing up against my walls, so I don't worry about that stuff. This is completely a cosmetic job, so it's where you see it is where I'm going to make it beautiful. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time painting underneath the bottom of a dresser that's never going to be seen except for when you're moving it. Mm-hmm. So anyway, this is just super wet. We really can't do much more with it. Does anyone have any questions?
Should we do the top?
Yeah.
I guess they can't see us do the top, but we might as well, right?
Yeah, go ahead and just start.
Do you want me to angle it so they can watch the top?
No, because now it's wet.
Okay.
We can't really move it. Do you want to?
No, I meant angle this, the camera.
Oh yeah, we could.
So we can watch the top.
So they can see the top. Be done.
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys have questions, totally ask. Oh yeah, we've got that.
Thank goodness for Jamie, because I wouldn't have even thought to do that. I've never been.
Here, I'm gonna get us closer.
Yeah. Okay, here, let me move that for you.
Thank you.
And there is the paint.
Okay.
In our fancy paint bucket.
Make sure that's a good angle.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's great.
All right, do you want the flat brush? Here.
Sure.
That's probably gonna help you. So I think we'll just do dark blue on the top for now, and we'll see how it looks. If I totally can't stand it just being dark blue, then we'll add some colors.
I feel like that's gonna happen.
You know me too well.
I do.
And I'm over here off camera. I'm rescuing the extra patina because I don't waste anything.
No.
So it's going back in the jar.
So we did this little patch up here to make sure that the paint was actually going to stick to this before we started painting. Like when we first got this piece, right? That's what it was? Yeah.
Yep.
It seemed like that's what it was. I just don't want to get it down on the sides.
And it doesn't matter if it comes down, we'll just blend it in. That's the nice thing is we can just completely blend it. Okay, that actually is looking really cool with a few drips down in the front. Look at this.
It's really awesome. Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah, that's really pretty. I might just leave those and not try and work those completely out.
Yeah,
it just adds some character to it, at the bottom especially.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure at first, but like seeing it now, it looks really cool with all of this dripping down.
Yeah, I really like that.
Through. Outwards towards me.
Oh, look at that. Karen found a different
some
color blue.
Did you hate it? Were you hating the...
No, actually I just want to put a little bit of this and then I'm going to let you just blend it.
Okay.
Just because I feel like it needs just to have something.
Okay, go over to the other side.
You got to blend those in now that I've put those big globs on.
Oh, jeez.
Jamie, blend.
I'm blending.
Blend, Jamie, blend. Oh, yeah.
Gross arm jiggling in the camera. Sorry, guys.
You're funny. You're funny, little honey. Okay, and I'm going to just come here and straighten out these lines a little.
Perfect. See, so literally it's just slapping it on, like for reals.
So as you see these highlights, we don't want these arched spots. We want them to be straight with the line of the dresser.
That was my bad. Sorry.
Well, you're still
I was trying to hurry.
But while it's wet, you want to kind of try and get those lines going the right direction. Okay, this looks really pretty with that little bit of turquoise. It's not much. It's just a little bit.
Yeah, but I always do that. Like, I must have a curved stroke because I always curve.
You learn not to. After a few times of it drying curved, then you're like, no, no more. Trust me.
Okay.
Like I said, I've made here. I'm going to borrow that.
And just like
that
that,
one.
it is covered.
Okay, will you see if there's any questions before we sign off?
There's not any.
Okay.
So.
All right, guys, this one is going to be about finished tonight. We've got some touch-ups to do and just a little bit of
You gotta blend
finalizing on it.
But I feel like that's...
But yeah, it's pretty close to being done.
I feel like we need to go live to varnish it, though. Maybe.
Oh, we can. Yeah, we could do that.
It doesn't even have to be like a long one. Just
Yeah, we could just go on for a few minutes.
Just want to see. I want you guys to see what it looks like when you've
Definitely. We'll do that.
Or when we varnish.
Maybe just in a few days when it's really dried after all of this watering. Maybe we will. Do you want to pull them back again so we can just talk to them for a minute?
Yep. All right.
I want to pull them back and let them see what this front's doing.
Okay. I'm going
Just
down.
because I'm loving it.
In the back. Let me just make sure we've got... It looks so cool.
Okay, so if you guys can see, we've got our, we've got some of the water lily showing through. We've got some of the blue iris showing through. We've still got our dark around the edges. You'll really see it when we varnish it. This gold just is like the best final touch that we could have put on this piece. I love copper on blues as well. So I'll sometimes put copper on it. I just think that it looks really pretty, maybe because the copper has kind of the orange tint, and again, we've got our complementary colors going with the copper and the blues, but this gold absolutely just is making this piece look so beautiful. Another thing that I like to do, and I'll probably come back in when this is dry, is I'll put some gold here on each of these holes and just kind of spread it out a little bit, and it'll look a little bit like a patina from the handles. And it just really offsets your the handles that you put on the hardware. And again, I may get glass ones for this. I think they would
glass
look
would be
pretty.
so cool, or something else.
I don't know. Glass just feels like I feel like the glass would just like fit this. For some reason, the blues always make me think of water, and glass knobs just really go well with it.
This is so cool.
Yeah, it turned out really. She's
not
acting surprised, you guys.
No, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous.
This one is so cool.
No, I was gonna say I was nervous about the gold because I'm like, I don't know. She totally knows
nice golden
what
ticket
she's
everything.
doing. I know. No, it's like I can't even tell you how cool it looks in person. It's totally not coming across on camera.
Yes.
It looks incredible.
It's
so
it is going to be a really fun piece. Now, guys, like, look how much paint I still have in this bowl. I can't waste paint, so then these bottles are just great. I can just put my paint right back in here. And I don't contaminate my paint. If this had a lot of blue in it, then I wouldn't be doing this because I don't want to put blue into my white paint. But this, I kept it really quite clean, and so it just goes right back in there and gets used on the next piece.
It's so pretty. Oh, see, Megan said that is beautiful. It really is.
Thank you.
We're gonna take good pictures when it's finished, so you guys can see like all the detail because it's so cool.
So as we move forward, we're just so excited about this and excited to share with you guys some different techniques. This is just the beginning. This is one thing. There are so many different applications out there. There's so many different techniques, and you know, nothing's really overly original anymore. Everybody has done it at least once. Every now and then there's something that's like, oh yeah, I remember we used to do that, but we haven't done it for 100 years. In fact, the other day, one of the gals used the brayer, and she wrapped the cling, the press and seal, the press and seal on her brayer, and put her golden ticket on. So I remember probably about 15 years ago, we used saran wrap because there was no press and seal. And it was the biggest mess because the saran wrap would just get wet and then fall off, and we'd have to re-wrap our rollers and do our faux finish applications on the walls. And now she did that, and she didn't have to change it one time. It just stayed on, and I'm like, okay, that is the best thing. Why wasn't that around? But, you know, it's so fun to see those things. So watch other people's techniques, learn all that you can. When you're doing something, if you saw somebody do it and it like sparked interest in you and you've never done it, then give that person credit. I think it's fun to give the artists credit when they come up with fun techniques, and it doesn't hurt anything. Nobody needs to think you have all the original ideas, because none of us do. We're all just, we share. We literally share. The artist's world is a really great world, and there's just a lot of giving people out there. Some people have their ego in it. I definitely don't. This is just something that is so fun, and I love to share it with you guys. I love to teach.
And she's so good at it.
If there's something you're interested in and you want to learn, send us a message. We will figure it out. I've got so many ideas on different things. I mean, we're going to have texture paste, we're going to have stamps, we're going to have molds, we're going to do so much.
Got a lot up our sleeve.
Yeah, you guys are going to learn so much, and only going on once a week is kind of like, oh, this is slow, but we're just getting started. So we sure appreciate you guys being here.
Oh, Megan said,
what?
The good news is it matches my formal entry room. That is all Western antiques and turquoise dark teal color.
There you go.
Perfect!
I know, and I love your turquoise table, Megan. That one, I don't know who did it, if you did it or somebody else, but every time I've been at your house, I'm like, I love that table. I could take it home with me. So, yeah, blues and turquoises, they are great, and they are just, they go with everything. So we will probably, like I said, we'll come on live and do the varnishing, maybe just during the week sometime, not on our regular live night, so that we can get this done. We'll get it posted on our website, or not our website, but our Facebook page, because we will be selling this piece. I think we will be listing it probably for $295, and all painted and made over like this. That's a pretty good bargain, because it's hard to find these for less than $300 just plain. So hopefully we're going to give you guys some good pricing. If anybody's interested in it, or if you know anybody is, then we would love the help in getting our stuff moving and getting our name out there, and just sharing these techniques. So
if you can
thank
see
you
this
for being
room
with us.
that we're in, we have so much stuff that we need to paint, and we're going to paint, and it's going to be super fun.
But it is a fun thing to do. So thank you so much for being with us again tonight, and we will catch you on the next live.
Later.
Hey.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.